Hey, welcome everyone. Pat Mitchell with TrickTrades here, and today I want to discuss something that it's a question that I've been getting a lot, asking about a very specific stock. We're going to discuss the stock, and I'm also going to go into my thoughts on the stock and why I think people should basically run as far and as fast as they can away from it. So let's get right into it. The stock is AMC. Now, with this stock, like I said, I keep getting asked these questions like, what are my thoughts on it? And it's always from very new traders that are getting basically delusions of grandeur about day trading. And they get roped into a lot of these social media and especially YouTube traders that are out there that discuss these stocks and make it look really easy to make money. And you know what? On stocks like this, I'll be honest with you, it is easy to make money. They just go straight up. Now, especially and that's caused due to a short squeeze. And what happens is basically when people bet against a stock, in order to get out of that position, if it's going against them, they have to buy it back, okay? So without going into a short selling lesson here, that's basically what it is. And the stocks they squeeze, they skyrocket, they go straight to the moon. The problem is, by the time a lot of these new traders notice, it's because it's caught their attention on social media platforms and the move's already done. So we're gonna dive into the charts here in just a minute where I'm gonna show you where you should have got in. And it's very easy to set alerts and to watch these stocks to get in. Myself and my members, especially with the swing trading service that we offer, I'll show you how we would enter something like this and why you should really stay away from it. So instead of me just rambling at the camera here, I'm gonna get into the charts, I'm gonna record this, and then I'll get back to you guys at the end to basically wrap this up. Okay, so now that we're in the charts here, this chart is the daily chart. One of these candles, each one of these candles represent 1 day of action. This is the 1 minute chart. Each one of these candles represents 1 minute of action. So the reason why I'm pointing that out is I would imagine that most of you watching this are very new to trading. So I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page. So now let me go over my thoughts. So AMC, if you go back in time, you can see that it traded for the most part very normally. There's not these massive swings, massive days. There's a reason for that. Because of AMC's, the nature of the business, and the nature of all media right now is traditional media is going down. So with that said, there's a bunch of people, a bunch of big institutions that are basically betting against this stock. So especially with it constantly selling off, you can see it keeps making lower lows, lower lows. It's an ugly, ugly looking chart. This is a beaten down chart. It was trading not that long ago around $33, $34 a share, down to maybe 20 bucks a share at lows. So once it started selling off here, especially due to this pandemic that's going around, obviously it's taken a beating. So if you take a look here, all the way down at lows, it got down to a low of about, under $2, about $1.87 a share. Now, like I said at the intro, this is right here. Right here is the area I would be looking to get involved with it for a swing trade. And the reason for that is you have minimal risk. Once it sets in a low, it retests here, it cannot break those lows. Now, if you want it to prove out a little bit more, you want to make sure, because usually the nature of these stocks, it'll run up, and then it'll pull back to test major support, especially on a weak chart like this. So when you see this right here coming into this double bottom again, that's where I would take that because you have minimal risk. You could have even got in a secondary time because again, you have no more risk. If it breaks this by a little bit, simply stop out. So now I want to fast forward to where most of you are trying to get involved with it. And you're trying to get involved with it up here. I literally just got hit up this morning, and that's why I'm making this this video, is because I'm getting hit up by new traders, very new traders, asking what I think of this. Well, if you take a look, what type of risk do you have? Look at the range of each day. So I'm going to point this out to you. This is something to take into consideration when you're getting into day trading or swing trading. Look at a one daily candle from highs to lows. That is 11.5 points or 62.5%. Now, most people see that and they only think of the gains. They only think of the positive. But if you look at this, now this second candle on this red day, so many people would have chased this because it looks like it's going to go higher and higher and higher, and that's human nature. When you see something going up, you are thinking it's going to go to the moon and never stop. That is not the case, guys. Why? Because institutional traders, institutions, hedge funds, banks, they all know dumb retail money, the dumb money, us retail traders, chase shit like this. And this is why I get so amped up and tell new traders to stay away from this garbage, is because this is very unpredictable. Now, people will tell you it's predictable because it's going to go up and then it's going to pull back, this and that. But I'll tell you what, on a one-day candle, when you have 62% or 12 points of range on a $30 stock, that is recipe for disaster, period. What a lot of people seem to overlook is when they stumble across the TrickTrades YouTube channel is they think I'm just a YouTube trader. That's not the case. Like I said, I've been doing this for almost a decade now, and I also teach people how to do this. Now, this isn't going to turn into some pump for my day trading service. If you join, great. If not, it's all good. It doesn't matter. People that are watching this video most likely are not my clientele anyways. We trade proper stocks, real stocks, stocks like Apple, Nvidia, Facebook, Twitter. Real stocks. We trade the market, SPY, Qs, and that's because we can make a consistent profit day after day, no matter what the market's doing, whether it's going up or going down. On stocks like this, and I'm going to give you a quick little story here, and just bear with me. I know this is a little long-winded, but bear with me. There is some great information here. I got hit up by a member exactly almost 1 year to the day. On June 5th, 2020, he hit me up. He's not a member. He's just a follower of mine on social media. This guy has fallen into some hard times. He ended up, for whatever reason, he's in prison right now. He's set to get out here soon. He's got a very, I would imagine it's a short sentence. He's gone into day trading while he's inside. Now, before you judge this guy, this is why I love this guy. This guy has, no matter what the obstacle, okay? These are the people that I like. I don't care what background you have. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what background you are. People like this, I fucking love because it shows their will and determination and never letting anything get in their way. He's literally day trading inside a prison from a cell phone that he's not allowed to have, okay? So anyways, long story short, he's been listening to my teachings. He's looking to join when he gets out, and he still is. And what happened? He fell in with this bullshit, this AMC bullshit. And he's making money, and sure, that's fine. But what's going to happen when stocks like this go away? In case you guys haven't noticed, with all of these groups like Wall Street Bets and all of this, the SEC does not like manipulation. Okay, they like manipulation if it's banks and hedge funds, not when it's the regular Joes out there. Mark my words, and I've said this before. I said this years ago. It is only a matter of time before low float stocks get kicked out of the US stock exchange. Mark my words. Some of you will laugh at that. Mark my words. Now this float is 232.7 million. That is not considered a low float. But it is though. 232 million shares is fuck all. It's nothing. I did a webinar called Do the Math webinar. It's on my YouTube channel as well. So you can watch that. And this really breaks down float, and it puts things into perspective, because even 100 million is kind of like that cutoff for a low float stock. 100 million shares available up for grabs to buy and sell basically at any time. And with that said, that sounds like a lot. Like 100 million sounds like a lot, but it's not. Not when you're trading stocks that are worth $1, $5, $20. People can take massive positions. Institutional traders can absolutely hammer this stock. They're just waiting to drop it on you guys. And that's what's going to happen here. And it's going to happen hard, and it's going to happen fast. Now, if you're buying the top of something like this, you're a knucklehead. Stop, time out. You got to cut that shit out. Come learn to trade proper stocks and options. If you're looking for gains like this, okay, so I'm going to point this out. Let's head back into the chart. So on this day here, this big day, what did I say it was? 62, 63%, okay? Every week, we trade options on SPY. SPY, Apple, NVIDIA. You see how little this moves? You can see it, right? This is the daily chart again. This is the 1 minute chart. These moves, you see from here to here, that's almost a 100% move on options, not the stock. And especially from here all the way to highs is over 100% move. You can get your big dirty gains if that's what you're looking for, but there's a safer way to do that. And that is the core message to this video, is there are ways to make incredible gains, but with being safe and trading proper real stocks. So I hope you listen to this. If not, that's on you, bud. We'll catch you on the other side when you're ringing that washout bell of those 90% of traders that fucking fail. And that's the sad reality of it, because you keep trading that shit, you will fail. Okay, folks, so there you have it. Those are my thoughts on AMC. Those are my thoughts on stocks like this in general. That is why you need to stay away. Now, the problem is most of you probably aren't going to listen to this advice. You think, who the hell does this guy think he is? What the hell does he know? Well, I'll tell you what. I've been day trading now for almost a decade. And with that said, I have been successful with it. Now, not YouTube or Twitter or Facebook successful, actually legitimately successful with this. And you really need to keep your emotions and everything else in check in order to make it long term. Now, this is something that I do and I teach at TrickTrades. Now, there is a very specific way that you need to day trade in order to make a legitimate, consistent income. You may make money from time to time. And if that's something you're looking for, go ahead. But you will ultimately lose more than you gain. So keep that in mind. So with all that said, guys, I hope I could at least get through to even a few of you and hopefully change your mind. If not, so be it. Remember this message. Remember what I told you here. When you're broke and you've blown up multiple accounts and you just can't make it. That's why, because you didn't fucking listen. So on that note, guys, Pat Mitchell from TrickTrades Trading signing off. Catch you on the other side. Adios.